Alright, so in this video will be part 3 of taking apart the Sega Genesis Tower of Power, whatever you want to call this. And I'll be taking apart the Sega CD and seeing what's inside. Alright, before we get started, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you don't, hit the subscribe button and then turn bell notification on so you get notified when we upload new videos. Links to our Twitch and Twitter will be down in the description, as well as my personal Twitch and Twitter. I plan on making a streaming schedule on my personal Twitch, and it'll be inside the info tab if you're on mobile, or just within the banners if you're using the web, and you guys can check that out and see when I'm streaming. Links will be down there for our merch, as well as affiliate links to Amazon, and if you guys bookmark that and use it every time you use Amazon, we're gonna get a kickback, and there's no extra cost to you, but we'll get a kickback if you guys buy anything, and we'll much appreciate that. Alright, so in this video I'm going to be taking apart the Sega CD, so let's go ahead and take this off real quick. This will be a little loud, I think. There you go. So that'll be set aside. We already took those apart in previous videos. I'll link those down in the description as well, and you guys can check those out before we open up this guy, or after. It doesn't really matter, they're all separate. So today we'll be opening this up, and so we will cut to a different camera angle so you guys can see it up close while I'm taking it apart. And I'm just opening it up to clean it, and then learn how to actually take it apart, so when I want to mod it at all, I'll be able to do that if I do at all. Or if I get another one I want to mod it, same thing. And I'll be doing this with a whole series around all of the consoles and potentially other tech. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to keep up to date with what type of videos I'm taking, or what type of things I'm taking apart in videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and switch to another camera angle. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's go ahead and start opening this guy up. So I think it's all on the back side. So looks like I'm gonna need some Phillips head screwdriver. So let's open up my little kit here. And I'm not sure how many they have, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to get all of them with the screwdriver. Looks like 2 of them here and here are gonna be a little bit harder to get, but let's go ahead and take out the ones that I can get, and then I will grab another screwdriver. So it looks like there's holes here, here, and here, but I'm not sure what is in them. I don't think there's anything in them, but I'm gonna go grab the other screwdriver real quick. Alright, so I got this little screwdriver here. It should work. Let's go ahead and open this guy up. Sadly, this one's not magnetic, so I will probably have to tip this over to try to see, but it felt like it was unscrewed. Or potentially this bottom will just come off, which would be nice. But I'm not exactly sure how. Yep, there you go. Alright, so the bottom's about to come off, and the top doesn't really have anything on it, so I will flip this over and try to keep the screws somewhere I can catch them. So set that top piece aside for now. We'll look at it later. Oh, screw down. Now I gotta find the screw. Okay, found it. So those are the 2 screws that were deeper in there, so let's put those aside. I think they all look the same. Let's look real quick. Fairly the same, right? But so I don't think it will matter which one I put. where, but you can see there's some residue here. I will try to take off, but I'm not sure. I wasn't able to get too much of the residue off the last one, so there's the CD drive, and then there's some cabling going here around the heatsink. This one might be a little bit more difficult to take apart. So let's see if I can do it. Let's go ahead and take out some of these screws. There's one, two. Oh, there's no screw there. There's one right here. Oops. I think there's another one that I'm missing. So I see other screws, but I'm not sure 100% where they are. But let's go ahead and take some more up. This all looks like one sheet, but there looks to be something holding it down, which maybe is attached to this. So let's go ahead and take that one up. Okay, so that moved it a little bit more. And then I'm not sure if this is catching on it. Yeah, it is. So I need to pry that open slightly. Let's try to get it. Yeah, that doesn't feel like it's going in there. Open that up a little bit. I'm not able to get that one to cooperate. Let's see if I can get it. There you go. I don't know if this is the right way of doing it. Let me know down in the comments if I was supposed to do it slightly different, but that's what it looked like it was doing. Yeah, it looked like it wasn't. It was catching on the connector here for where you slot in the Genesis. And so now we got the board exposed. So let me know down in the comments if you guys know what these are, or if you have links to pictures of these. I would love to know. I wonder if I'm able to lift the board up at all now, or if it's being held in at all. I don't think it is, but I don't see any more screws or anything. So there's some connectors here, which I assume I can just lift up to disconnect the CD drive and everything. Oh, of course, the connector here is also screwed down. That's, you know, the same as every other thing. Usually it's a cartridge slot, but now it's the connector to connect the system to this accessory. So I can't get that one up, so let's go ahead and take this side up as well. So I'm not sure why I can't take this guy off, but that did free the board a little bit more. And there you go. So now it's just the connectors that are holding the board in place. So I think if I just slowly pull, Try not to ruin it. Let's see if I can get some tweezers. Alright, so I got some tweezers. So I'm gonna try to take these off and see if I can get them off without ripping or anything. I'm not 100% sure on how to take it off. I'm trying not to rip these wires out either. There you go. So that looked like it worked without, you know, damaging it at all. So let's go ahead and try and do it again. This one was easy because of the metal, gave a little leverage. So let's see if I can't do it again. Make sure I don't want to break anything. Just try putting the board back in the right spot while I'm doing this. And then this might have been better to do before taking the screws off the board. All right. That looks like it worked. They're really in there, which is probably good, but let's try to get this wrapped around. Nope, that's not gonna work. Maybe something like this. And then, nope. This one's gonna be the worst one. The wires feel kind of fragile on this one, so I'm not trying to do too much. Just wiggle it out a little bit. There you go. Didn't damage it at all. Oh, stressful. I've never done this before, so hopefully I'm doing this, you know, in a decent way so that it's not damaging anything. So there's the board. Let's go ahead and give a little bit of a close-up there. So I'm gonna fix these. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to or not. Again, let me know down in the comments if you guys watched this video and tell me if I shouldn't be moving these back, but I assume it's because these are bent because of pushing down on the plastic, was pushing down on the metal, which pushed down on these. I could be wrong. They could just always be this way, but, and putting them up, I might be, you know, causing more issues for travel or what, but I think it looks better if they're up. But yeah, let me know down in the comments and I'll take your guys' advice into consideration and open up some of them if I think I shouldn't, you know, leave them that way. So let's go ahead and set this board right here. And now the only thing holding everything else into place, it looks like, is these the CD reader. So let's see, there's a few screws here. Right there. Is that it? No, I don't think that's it. Nope, it looks like there's one right here. But I can't get to it because this is in the way, so let's see. Oh, there's a screw right here. And the screw head is a little small, so let's see if I have one that I can use. Oh, that doesn't seem to be it. That's holding. There you go. Okay, these are holding it in. Okay. So that's holding the plate on there, I think, or this. Yeah. So, well, those are also removable. That's good to know. So that's interesting. They use like some piece of metal here, it looks like, to... Oh, need the other attachment there. So let's go ahead and take this off as well. So those go under the CD one. And this looked like it lifted up, but I'm not 100% sure on how this clamp works. So very confused. But let's go ahead and set this guy down. And it moves back and forth, but I thought it would lift up so that it all travels together. I might have been wrong there. It's the only way of removing it to cut this and take all the cords out. I'd rather not do that, but it doesn't look like I can take off the metal without that. At least the one piece of metal, I'm not sure they're connected. And this one can be taken off without it. Something's holding it. Oh, okay. Oh, right here, maybe? Nope. Almost like it's attached here. I don't think there's another screw, is there? But there's nothing going through the board. So I'm curious on something maybe got. Yeah, it's weird that one won't come up. I don't want to break it though, so I will leave it there. So that was a complete teardown. I'm not gonna take this thing apart. It works, so I don't want to break it. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit, and then put it all back together. And this one was a little bit more complicated than the other two. It's a lot bigger, and there's a lot more stuff going on, some moving parts even. And so I will try to put it back in the way that it came. Let me know down in the comments if you find anything I did wrong. And so I'm gonna go try to clean those real quick and then put it together. And we'll end this video. All right, one last thing before we put it all back together. I forgot about the top. And so what I did off camera was I cleaned off and, you know, tried to make this a little bit better for releasing the top. So opening up this CD drive, this guy right here is what does it. Try to give you guys some light there, right there. And so I took that apart and cleaned it. It was kind of difficult to take apart because I didn't know what I was doing. But it seems like it works a lot better now. Except for the fact that now this isn't working. No, it's too easy to take off, so I can just slide that off, which I shouldn't be able to. So I will look at that to see if I can force this plastic back, because it was difficult before, but I needed to clean it out because the button winded up sticking a lot, and so I was trying to clean it up. But so luckily I'm not planning on selling any of this. But all right, so let's go ahead and put it back together and finish up the video. So that was the inside and teardown guide kind of the Sega CD, and so I cleaned up in there as much as I could. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this video, think about these teardowns, any advice you guys have around what I should do better, or what consoles I should do next. I have lots of consoles. I want to take them all apart, learn how to take them apart, and just be able to clean them as well as learn what's in them. So like I said at the beginning of this video, like this video if you liked it, dislike if you don't, hit the subscribe button and then turn bell notification on so you get notified when we upload new videos. Links will be down there for Twitch, Twitter, both personal and for the YouTube channel, as well as our merch is down there. Also there's affiliate links down there for Amazon, and if you guys use those, bookmark those, and use them when you actually buy things on Amazon, it'll give a kickback to the channel at no extra cost to you, and we'll be very much appreciative of anything you guys buy from there. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.